Thanks a lot for joining us on Wisconsin Tonight.
You know, one of our reporters here at today's CMJ4 has a very special connection to Elvis Presley. Michelle Fiore comes from a musical family. Her 84-year-old father was an orchestra leader, her 80-year-old mom a singer, and they live in Elmwood Park, Illinois. Michelle Fiore actually worked with Elvis Presley, and I got the chance to talk to her about what it was like to tour with the King.
The time rushes in.
This is a story about music, a legend, and most of all, about love.
So I come to your side.
Michelle and Frank Fiore have been making music together for more than 6 decades.
This is when I first started, and I was in college. I was a freshman in college.
They have a lifetime of shared moments. One memory, the phone call Michelle's agent got when she was only 18.
And he got the call from Colonel Parker that they wanted a girl singer to open the show for Elvis.
You ain't nothing but
Michelle got the job to open for Elvis in 1956 and ultimately toured with his group. Here's a picture of Michelle singing before Elvis took the stage.
We were just kids together, basically. And he grew up a poor person, and so did I. So we had a lot there in common.
She shares clippings and pictures from the early days. Now here you are, Michelle, with Elvis's hand around your waist.
I didn't notice it.
You didn't notice that Elvis had his hands around your waist?
No, yeah.
At the time, Elvis was controversial and driving girls wild. Her parents were worried about the negative press surrounding Elvis. She reads from a 1956 postcard she sent to reassure her mom and dad.
Elvis was very sweet last night. He was trying to make friends with me.
So this is you singing right before Elvis's show.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Michelle found Elvis to be kind and gentle. She took this picture of Elvis combing his hair backstage. When she sang, he would even applaud in the wings. Do you realize how few people can say that Elvis Presley clapped after they sang?
Yeah, and listen to me all the time.
But one day, devastation. She let a young girl get close to Elvis. The fan promised to keep her distance, but she didn't.
As soon as she saw him, she jumped on him like an animal, pulled his hair, took pieces of his hair out, ripped his clothes. She was an animal. And I was so embarrassed, and I felt so bad for Elvis.
But Elvis took it all in stride.
And he came up to me afterwards. He says, you know, I feel bad. I know you feel bad about this, but it wasn't your fault. He says, this is just the way it is for my life now. He says, I'm not angry with you for this. He says, it was just something that happened.
Do you think that he was trying to hit on you at any point?
No, I don't.
You don't think so?
I don't. I think
He was just being nice.
He was being very polite, very nice.
Still, they had a true connection.
He wanted to teach me how to do the twist. And
Did you learn how to do the twist?
no.
But during that time, Michelle had fallen in love with Frank and chose to leave the tour. That intrigued Elvis. He made a request.
He says, I want you to write and tell me about your life. What made you the way you are?
Years passed. Michelle was busy with her young family. But when Elvis Presley died, Michelle was moved to write the book, What Elvis Never Knew. Your book is really a legacy to Elvis.
It is.
And while Michelle left her job with the King, the music never stopped because she was raising a family with the true love of her life. You have no regrets of not continuing on with Elvis Presley as a background singer?
No, because I have my blessed children, and I have my wonderful husband. I would, excuse me, but I wouldn't change the world for him.
Her story really is a life lesson.
How sweet.
For all of us. Now, Michelle would love to see her book actually be made into a movie because it actually showcases Elvis during a time when it was more simple and people were a little bit more innocent, and he was. And by the way, Mike, the entire Fiore family, including our own Michelle, they used to perform together in concerts as a family, playing musical instruments and singing. So what a delightful family and a beautiful mother and father.
Yeah, and what great memories they have. And great story she has to tell, too.
Yeah, it really is.
Well, the Winter Olympics began